Hello, Zuber. Good afternoon. How are you?
Hi, sir. I'm fine. What about you?
Good, fine. Zuber, you applied for front-end position, right?
Yes, sir.
Before starting, tell me about yourself.
Thank you for giving this opportunity. To introduce myself, my Sheikh Zubair Sheikh Shahabuddin. I'm basically from Parbhani. I have completed my graduation in 2020, and I am working as a Angular developer last since 1 year. Before that, I had worked as a UI developer for 1.5 years. That's all about me. Hello.
Okay. Can you explain your peers organization and which domain you work?
Uh, My previous organization is a service domain of. I have worked on a project of banking domain, which provides loan services and loan services. That application provide loan service from accepting the application to the up to the sanctioning process.
Why are you changing your current job?
Uh, I'm looking for change and explore myself within Angular mode.
How much rate yourself you in HTML, CSS, JavaScript, and Angular out of 5
In combine,
in all four technology? Yes.
uh, I rate myself 3.5 in all three.
In all four.
Yes, sir.
Okay. 3.4.
Yes.
First, we go ahead with the HTML, CSS, JavaScript, then we'll start on Angular. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Which type of advanced selectors we use in CSS?
Advanced selector, just like combinator selector, pseudo selector, and attribute selector. These all are advanced selectors in CSS. In combinator selector, we have adjacent selector, general sibling selector, direct child selector, and adjacent sibling selector and descendant selector. These four types we have in combinator selector. In attribute selector, we have various type of attribute by spacing various symbol, star, dollar, which which has meaning itself different. And in pseudo selectors, we have two types of pseudo selector: pseudo class selector and pseudo element selector. In pseudo selector, we have pseudo class selector, we have who are active, focus, nth child, nth of type. And in pseudo element selector, we have first line, first letter, after, before. These are the advanced selector.
Which type of symbol we use in general sibling selector?
In general sibling selector,
Yes.
we see tilde sign,
It's,
general sibling.
what are the difference between HTML4 and HTML5?
HTML4 is a previous version and HTML5 is a latest version. In HTML5, we got the browser API like web storages, geolocation API, drag and drop, which were absent in HTML4. Doc type declaration maybe they're lengthy in HTML4. In HTML5, it is quite simple. Simply exclamation doc type and HTML. HTML5 you can handle inaccurate syntax. HTML4 is not handling inaccurate syntax. That's all.
Can you explain geolocation API?
Geolocation API used to get the current location of user.
Okay,
If
share your screen
user
and
allows.
share your screen and show me how to use it.
I never get opportunity to work on that. I have knowledge about little bit.
Okay, no problem. What is mean by semantic tags?
Semantic tag.
Yes.
Semantic tag provides some extra information about its content, like which type of content it should contain. Like a header element should have header part. Just like header footer element should have footer part. Figure should contain figure image and fig caption. Yes.
Can you explain web storages?
Hello.
Can you explain a web storage?
Web storages.
Yes.
Web storages provide to store key value pair within user's browser, locally within user's browser. It has two types of storages, local storages and session storages. When you store a key value pair using local storage, it stored permanently unless we have to delete it, we have to manually delete it. In session storage, if you store a key value pair using session storage, it automatically deleted when session is expired or we move to the next tab. To store, we have set item property local storage dot set item. By using this method, we can store key value pair.
Create one object and store that in local storage. How to get set and how to get, show me that functionality with local storage.
My screen is visible, sir?
Yes, it's visible.
First, we have to pass here key, then its value with comma. By using this method, we can store key value pair in local storage.
Yeah, show me in local storage. Show me the output.
Your application tab is not available.
In drop down, check it.
Not showing it because of his floating even here. My thumbnail of video showing, so it can be moved. Here store.
Yes.
For getting value, we have get method.
First, show me the set value. Where
Set
is the value?
value.
Yes.
I
Set
have shown in key value here
Where is
because
the
of
key and value? It's showing empty.
empty. Once sorry, sir, I write this code correctly, but there is not.
Brush up on it properly after the interview. Okay.
Okay.
How to set data, how to get data from local storage.
Hey, sir, if on refresh, get, sir. Visible, sir? Screen?
Yes. Oh,
On
open the
refresh, on refresh data is.
Okay.
To get this value, we have get method. Let
One more thing is, Zubair, suppose we create one object and I want to store that object in local storage. How to
first we have to stringify because we have to pass in JSON formatting to store.
Okay. And
We
how to
have
get
to parse JSON.parse method when we want to do in a JavaScript object.
Do one thing. Take any dummy API from Google and fetch it. Show me the one example on fetch API.
So I write the code for which API. Is the API is wrong.
What happened?
I write the code correct, but I don't get output.
Why?
Is the parameter is different.
Okay, check it after the interview properly.
Yes.
Now, tell me, what is rest operator, spread operator? Can you explain it properly?
Uh, Spread operator used to the spread value of array or object to remove the boundaries. We can use spread operator. Rest operator we use if you want to multiple arguments in we have multiple parameter in function. First two are defined and rest of assigned to a single value. Then we use rest operator. By using that we can enter multiple argument, infinity argument. Can I show
Okay,
one
that
example?
yes, show me the one example on rest operator. Remove the above code first, or commit it.
If you want multiple argument, then we use 3 dot and C. Yes. If you want to enter in, we can enter in multiple values in some now. Array of 4, we get it, all elements. Yes, sir.
Okay. Can you explain higher order functions?
A function which accepts another function as an argument is called higher order function. Higher order function are just like a map function. We have map, reduce, filter. These are the higher order functions.
What is difference between find and filter?
Find and filter. Find element returns a single value, while uh, filter method returns array with which satisfy the given condition. This is this find and filter.
Are you sure?
Yes, sir.
Brush up on again it after the intro.
Okay.
What is difference between sum and every method?
Uh, Both are higher order function. Sum checks for if any element of array satisfy the condition, it returns true. Every method, in every method, every element should satisfy one condition, which is passed in
Mhm.
callback function of every.
Means all elements should be past that condition. Okay.
Yes, then only show true value, otherwise it returns false.
What is difference between for each and map method?
For each method used to iterate array, it does not return any value. But map method is used to create new array, which in which similar functionality should apply to each and every element of array. It returns array of the same length.
Okay. Listen carefully.
Yes, sir.
Create one list in HTML. And I want to starting serial number with a small Roman number. Make it maximize your Visual Studio Code. Yes.
Capital Roman, sir.
Yes, capital small Roman. What do you want? Show me anyone.
Write the code correctly.
Apply the margin and check it.
Yes, sir.
And at line number 14, you write type is equal to I. Remove that attribute. Remove that attribute at line number 14. 1, 4.
1, 4.
Remove
Yes.
that attribute. Okay. Copy this li again. Copy paste again. In same OL. Copy this only li.
Only li.
Yes. Copy paste in same OL. Okay. Now listen carefully. I want background color red to each even li by
Even
using
li.
JavaScript. By using JavaScript.
By using JavaScript.
JavaScript. Yes.
Events. Yes, sir.
Yes, each even.
Which color, sir?
Green. Yes, right. Okay. Now again,
Yes, sir.
create a box. Boxes. Its height and width is take 200 by 200. Okay. At least 12 box. 12 to 16 box. And
Same height width.
yes, 200 by 200. And apply the different color. Each 4 boxes. Red, green, blue, black, like that way. Randomly. Create first. Do that. Listen carefully first. What is your task? Okay. Uh, there is one drop down. In drop down, there are 4 options: red, green, blue, black. Okay.
Okay.
When I click on black, that time it will show the only black color boxes. When I
Okay.
click on green color, that time it will show the green boxes. That's your task. At line number 24, it's showing error. Why?
Must have title attribute. Yes, sir. Hello.
Okay. Good. Now declare one variable and store as a, in that as a string. I love JavaScript like that way.
Hello JavaScript क्या I love JavaScript sir?
I love JavaScript. I love JavaScript. Anyhow.
Yes, sir.
Now I want to last two alphabet. How to get it? Only two
Last
alphabet.
two character.
Characters. Yes.
Yes, sir. Hello, sir.
Okay, show me the code. Okay. Can you explain Fibonacci series?
Fibonacci series. Fibonacci series of pattern is like this: 0, 0, 1, 1, 2, 3. It is the addition of previous two numbers. One second.
Add it. Okay, show me one example.
0, 1. This is Fibonacci series. It is addition of previous two elements, starting with first two element are 0 and 1. Then after addition of previous two elements. If
Okay, show
after
me one.
this will come 5, then 8, then 30, like this.
Okay, yes. Show me the way an example.
To create a function to create Fibonacci series.
Yes.
Okay. This is the function to get Fibonacci series next element.
Okay.
Five. Eight, likewise. Hello. Hello, sir.
Okay, no problem. How to count number of zeros between 1 to 100?
0. How
Between 1
to
to 100.
count zeros?
Number of zeros between 1 to 100.
Number of zeros means 10, 20, 30, likewise.
Yes. In 1 to 10, there is 1 0. 11 to
Yes.
20, there is 1. Again, there is 1 0. Like that. How to
Okay.
count number of zeros between 1 to 100?
Okay. Considering 100, yeah, eliminating exclusive 100
Included
included.
between 1 to 100.
Yeah. Hello,
Check
sir.
it. Check it first manually in 10, 1, 21.
11. There is 11.
Why it's in 10? Okay, no problem. You check it after the interview. Now,
By checking length, if length equal to 1, then this condition, if length equals to, it will be iterate on that string. Then likewise, we can take that function.
okay. What is mean by, can you explain single page application?
Single page applications are web applications which loads once. On navigation, it loads its part rather than reloading entire page.
Okay. What what is NPM?
NPM node package manager, which is a package manager to install various libraries and dependencies for our project. We use for that NPM, just like we have, if you want to install Bootstrap library, use NPM install Bootstrap. Various dependencies we can install using.
And what is CLI tool?
CLI is a uh, Angular command line interface for generating components, generating project, creating pipes, creating service. By using Angular CLI, we can make our project uh, in minimum time.
Can you explain app root selector main.ts file?
Uh, main.ts file is an entry point for our project, which defines the which module should be bootstrapped. Generally, app.module is the main bootstrapping module of our project. App.module defines which component to be bootstrapped. Bootstrap, yani which component loaded on our web pages. App.component.ts is loaded, is bootstrap component, and so the bootstrapping component is app.component.
Can you explain data binding in Angular?
Data binding is an interaction between template and TS file. We have four types of data binding, but like string interpolation, property binding, event binding, two-way data binding. These are the ways of data binding in Angular.
What is difference between property binding and string interpolation?
Property binding is usually a square brackets to bind properties in which if we have known property of HTML element like style, any attribute, then we use property binding. String interpolation is a syntax for writing a CS JavaScript in that curly braces, two times curly braces.
What are the directives? What are the types of directives?
Directives are used to change the behavior of our HTML element. Basically, three types of directives are present: component directive, structural directive, and custom directive, or we can say that attribute directive. Component directive is a main building block of Angular. A directive with template is called as component. Component directive, we create component directive using add the rate component decorator. And structural directives are like ng for, ng if, ng switch. By using this, we can manipulate the structure of HTML elements in template. And last one, the attribute directive or custom directive. These directives are created by customly by users according to their need. By using that directive, we can style element, we can change the behavior of element, we can hide anything style we want to apply that element. We can achieve by using custom directive.
Okay. What is decorator? What are the types of decorator?
Decorator are defined. Decorator are declarative, which defines its upcoming component or upcoming class or upcoming property how to behave. Basically, there are four types of decorators: class decorators, parameter decorators, property decorators, and method decorators. Class decorator like ng module, component, add rate component, add the rate pipe. These are the class decorators. And parameter decorator like view child, add the rate view child, and property decorator like add rate input and add rate output. And method decorator are add the rate host listener.
Okay. What are the pipes? And what are the type of pipes? Can you explain?
Pipes take some input and converts it into desirable output. Basically, there are two types of pipe: pure pipe and impure pipe. Or pipe with parameter or pipe without parameter, can say. Pure pipe is independent of input. Means it returns the same value. But impure pipe is pure pipe returns a value depending on input, which provides some input. Or impure pipe doesn't affect the output of the pipe with respect to input.
How to communicate between the two different components?
Different components by using input output decorator, we can communicate between different components by using services and observables, and also by using routing we can communicate between two different components.
How do you handle a form validation in Angular?
Form validations.
Yes.
Form validations handled by validators in reactive form. When you create a form, a first parameter is, when you create a control, first parameter of that control is a value, and second is an array of validators. In that we use validators to validate the form. That is validator dot required, validator dot minimum length, validator dot email. These are the validator to validate control in form.
Can you explain services?
When we
With
use
one example.
with one example. Okay. Here we write a code which will be available throughout our application. If you write some code like method full name, some input, some object.
हाँ दिल्ली पका दी सर
How to use service? We have to inject service in constructor. Now we can use the service which returns. Here we get.
Can you explain what is injectable, these things?
Injectable is dependency injection is a pattern in Angular where rather than creating instance of that service inside our component, we use via injector. Means it avoids to create multiple instance in our object. It provides by simply injecting in constructor service, we can access them. Hello, sir.
Okay.
And
Now,
yes, sir.
what are the life cycle hooks in Angular?
Every component goes through 8 life cycle from its creation to destroy of component. Uh, Firstly called constructor. This is not part of Angular hooks, but every when you create a component is firstly called constructor. Then the ng on changes, then ng on init, ng do check, then ng after view init, then ng after view checked, then ng uh, after view checked, view after view init and view checked, after view after ng after content init, ng after content checked, ng after view init, ng after view checked, and lastly ng destroy.
What is eager loading? What is lazy loading?
Eager loading means by default behavior of Angular is eagerly loading. It loads all modules directly. When you use lazy loading means on demand loading. Whenever necessary, then only loads modules. For applying lazy loading, we must require multiple modules. Then only we can apply lazy loading.
What is mean by auth guard?
Auth guard is a router hooks, which provides the component should be display or not. It protect our component from users. If user has access from can activate auth guard, then only it will be shown to user.
What is the difference between promise and observable?
Promises are eager, while observables are lazy. If you write a code in promise, it directly comes. If you write one statement in promise console something, it directly console on. It gets on consoled. But in case of observable, we have to subscribe. Then only we get data from that observable. Observables are can be cancelled or unsubscribed, but in case of promise that is not possible. Both are used for synchronous operation in JavaScript. What is our promise is a part of JavaScript, but observable is a part of RHJX, reactive extension for JavaScript. These are the difference.
Okay. What is interceptor? Can you explain it?
Intercept are used to intercept between whenever you send a request to a network, it intercept in between that. By using interceptor, we can various operation perform like setting headers or checking authentication for JVT token. That's to use interceptor, we use HTTP interceptor interface, and in that we use HTTP intercept method.
What is the role of HTTP client in Angular?
HTTP client is used to make request to networks, like in getting for value from API from network and setting the value and posting data to network
Can
backend.
you explain?
Can say
Okay.
that.
Can you explain RxJS in detail?
Uh, RxJS is a reactive extension for JavaScript. It is a library of JavaScript which provides uh, various operators for and declarative variables like observable, subject behavior. Uh, subject and observable are used to handle asynchronous operations in Angular, and also to share data from one component to another component. We use observables, and we have operators in RxJS like pipeable operator like map, filter, switch map, merge map, and merge map, switch map, merge map. These are pipeable operators which use when you make a API call. These operators are very useful to improve our application's performance.
Okay, Zubair, done from my side. Do you have any question for me?
No, sir.
Okay, thank you. Have a good day, Zubair.